In the hills of St. Mary, the village woke each morning with music in the air. The roosters crowed, children ran through the death roads barefoot, and women by the river beat clothes against stones while singing sweet folk songs. Among them was Maya. If there was one person everybody loved, it was her. Maya was diligent. She worked her farm, planted yam and banana, and always shared her harvest. She was beautiful, yes, but it was her heart that made her shine. She laughed easily, forgave quickly, and stood by people when they needed her most. The elders said, "Maya is the pride of this village." But where there is light, envy always waits in the shadows. At the edge of the same village lived Joel. His house was small, his hands empty, his pride wounded. His childhood friend had once left for Kingston with nothing, worked hard, and returned with wealth. The whole village praised him. Joel could not take it. Every day he watched others succeed while he remained poor. Jealousy became his daily meal. One night, anger drove him into the forest. The trees there were old and bent, the air heavy. In that forest lived a priest people spoke about in whispers. Joel found him and poured out his heart. "I am tired of poverty. I want riches. I want respect." The priest looked deep into his eyes and said, "You can have wealth, Joel, but everything comes with a price. If you want success, you must marry a diligent woman. The more she is loved by her people, the greater your fortune will be. But you must not keep her. You must bury her alive. Her spirit will feed your eyes. Bring me 2 eggs, and I will prepare the way." Joel's heart pounded. The thought was dark, but greed was stronger than fear. When he returned to the village, he saw Maya laughing with children by the roadside, her beauty shining brighter than the morning sun. Joel knew she was the one. He began to chase her. At first, Maya resisted. She had no reason to love him. But Joel was persistent. Day after day, he came with gifts of fruit, kind words, and promises of a better tomorrow. The charm of the priest worked quietly on her heart. Slowly, she began to trust him. Months passed, and finally Maya agreed to marry him. The village celebrated with dancing, drumming, and laughter that lasted deep into the night. Everyone said Joel was the luckiest man alive. Maya smiled, though deep in her heart she felt a shadow she could not explain. Days later, Joel invited her to the forest. "I want to show you something special," he said. She followed, trusting him. But in that forest, Joel began to dig. Sweat ran down his face, his hands shaking. When Maya understood, her heart stopped. "Joel, why? What have I done to you?" Joel turned his face away. "I cannot remain poor. This is the only way." And with that, he carried out the cruel act. The earth swallowed her voice, and Joel walked away, trembling but proud. He left the village for Kingston. With time, his fortune grew. He traded, he invested, and soon he became a rich man. He wore fine suits, gold rings, and built a house that touched the clouds. People respected him. They called him successful. Joel told himself the sacrifice had worked, but Joel's nights were not at peace. He lay awake, hearing laughter that reminded him of Maya. He dreamed of the earth closing over him. By day, he smiled, but by night he lived in fear. He thought Maya was gone forever. He was wrong. Years later, Maya had not died. The earth tried to hold her, but her spirit fought harder. Wounded, broken, but alive, she rose again. She left the village, carrying no name, no past. She began again in Kingston, step by step. She called herself Anna. She sold flowers by the street, worked odd jobs, then found her way to the theater. There, her beauty and talent shone. People loved her acting. her laughter, her tears on stage, she grew into a star known across Kingston. But in her heart, she carried one fire: revenge. One evening, Joel sat in the theater. When he saw her, he was captivated. Anna, the actress everyone admired, was dazzling. He did not recognize her. He only saw a woman he wanted to make his own. Joel pursued her with flowers, gifts, and promises. Anna smiled, letting him believe he was winning her. Slowly, she let him into her life. Eventually, she married him. Joel believed he had won again. He boasted that he had the most beautiful wife in Kingston, but the marriage was his curse. At first, it was small things. His business deals failed. Money slipped away. His partners betrayed him. He laughed it off, thinking it was bad luck. But at home, things grew worse. Anna's laughter sometimes echoed like the village laughter he had buried beneath the earth. Her gaze was too sharp, her silence too heavy. She asked him questions that made his heart freeze. "Joel, do you believe the earth forgets? Joel, do you think the past stays buried?" He tried to ignore her words, but his nights became sleepless. He felt trapped, as if he was living in a coffin with open eyes. His friends left him. His wealth crumbled. His servants whispered. Joel was respected no more. One evening, Joel broke down. He turned to Anna with tears. "Why is my life falling apart? Why can't I find peace?" Anna stepped close, touched his face, and whispered, "Because the woman you buried is the same woman you married." Joel's knees buckled. He saw it then, the eyes he once betrayed, the smile he buried beneath the earth. Maya had risen, and she had been beside him all along. From that day, Joel lived like a shadow. He had wealth no more, pride no more, only the torment of knowing the past had come back for him. And Maya, she did not need to raise her hand. Her victory was in watching Joel live each day in the grave he had dug for her.